Yo, what's the story? So here we go, second training blog, kind of vlog thing as we go towards fourth degree, trying to get that sort of stuff. So I'm on the road to trying to test for fourth degree this Christmas. Prelim is end of October, and we are now at the start of September-ish. Yep. So it's about 4 or 5 weeks out from prelim, and this is sort of the second week. And yeah, hasn't been a good week. Hasn't been a good week at all. So I wanted to do a lot of strength work around this week, back in the gym and trying to do just to build base level strength as well as doing all the technical work that we kind of outlined originally. And got a session in on Monday, reasonably okay, nothing mad, sort of a few squats and a little bit of kettlebell, and then some sort of generic Taekwon-Do leg work, lots of dolios, lots of side kicks, a bit of stretching. Training later on that evening, sparring session again, a lot of time on the feet, but nothing serious. But I'm carrying these injuries at the moment that are really sort of slowing me down a little bit in my training. Specifically, both my ankles are really in trouble, as well. Any kind of plantar flexion, dorsiflexion, these kind of motions, when the range is extended, a lot of pain, very very sore. And I've been at the physio around this now for the past week, and I'm at him every week now until I get it fixed as well as so. That stuff has been kind of really annoying because it took me out of action then on Tuesday, Wednesday. There was no training for me happening that day. It was all kind of nothing Taekwondo specific, right? I could do a little bit of stretching, a little bit of light stretching, and then a little bit of kind of sort of light leg strength and stuff. But it's mainly been around exercise physios been working with me on to try and put this problem right and sort of take at least the pain out of the body so we can train properly, right? And this is what I've really noticed, and this is different to any kind of black belt test I prepared for before. I think back to going for first degree, second degree, third degree, and always confident with my body to be strong. And this is the first one that I've really noticed. I don't, not that I don't trust it, but I'm aware of things now that are, I maybe shouldn't put as much on that kick, or I can't, like especially things like jumping at the moment with ankles. I'm thinking Chung Mu or Samuel or anything with spinning and jumping and landing on those feet. I'm very aware of ankles. L stance, sine waving L stance is really really difficult to get that out at the moment without causing a lot of pain to through the ankle, So that's really become so really this sort of my mindset for this sort of training schedule has to change a little bit. It's really about managing my body a bit more, and making sure that it's in good shape for being able to do this test, right? That's been the big thing I've noticed preparing this time around, So, but it's frustrating, right? When you're trying to train through an injury or train around an injury, you never really feel like you can go. You feel like you're missing out on something, and inevitably, if you try to push past it, you'll just injure yourself and stay out longer. So I'm being quite diligent with this now, and like I said, I'm at the physio for sort of weekly now until I get a bit more work. I mean, I was in with him on Thursday, and he tortured me for 2 hours, the best way I can say. It was great, and it was worth it, and I feel a lot better out of it now on sort of yesterday and today. I was back teaching today, and not that I was back teaching, I was teaching all week anyway. But yeah, there was no kicking coming out of me all week. Today I was able to kick, I was able to do a bit of leg strength in the session, and that made a difference. So that's good, but I can feel ankles still aren't right. I don't trust those jumping movements, especially. I don't trust them at the moment. I don't trust making contact in free sparring with kind of turning kicks. That's happened on Monday, hitting turning kicks and making contact with people and just pain, right? So that's annoying. But it hasn't been a total loss. I've been able to get through bits of theory. I've been able to get through bits and pieces like this, and I've been able to focus on a little bit of flexibility and a little bit of sort of strength work around that. But yeah, it hasn't been the plan has been sort of derailed a little bit this week. So with any luck, I get back onto it next week, and hopefully get a bit more specific training done. I've been more able to step through patterns this week, but nothing. I haven't really been able to go. I haven't really been able to train. So it's been a bit of a bum week. But what can you do? It's part of the journey. So we're now, where did I say we are? We're sort of end of September. So yeah, kind of end of October is prelim time, and in good shape for it in my head. I think I'm okay if I can get over this little problem with my body. I think I'll be in good shape for it. The patterns are comfortable for me now. I mean, I need to really, they're at the stage where I just want to go back over the whole lot of them and really polish them, really, really polish them, so that's kind of going to be the plan next week, is really sort of nail off the patterns and make sure that they're crystal clear in my head, and that I'm happy with them. And then I suppose after that, it's going to still be stretching and leg strength and physio work. The one thing that I am now very aware of is all of the new free step sparring and prearranged free sparring. All of this stuff has become part of my test, so I need to be able to sort of think about that now. I don't want to be trying to come up with a minute and a half worth of prearranged free sparring routine, the day before prelim. I need to find a partner. I need to really get on that. I have one or two people in mind, but that's something that I'm flagging now in my head out loud with you. So at least I can say, well, I talked about it back at the end of September, and let's see if I do it or not. But that again, that means making time to do all of the training for that, and that's part of the game, right? That's you need to prepare all of the sections, right? So I want to run the call sheet as well, just to keep it fresh every week. But again, it's focus number one for me is get the body kind of in ship shape before I kind of really, so I can really train towards what I need to do. I mean, the actual training for patterns and stuff will have to kind of, in some ways, go in tandem with this, but I'll certainly sacrifice things like going to the gym to swing heavy things around over Taekwondo specific training, because I think that's where I'll get the most bang for my buck, and that's what I'm going to be tested on at the end of the day. It's a Taekwondo test. It's not a gym test. So if I have to sacrifice, being a little bit weaker because I couldn't get as much gym in while I was recovering, or while I was working on an injury or doing stuff to improve the condition, then that's a no-brainer for me. That's how I see it. Obviously I prefer to get all of my sessions in the gym and get all of my sessions in for the rest of it. But like I said, this has been a weird preparation for me. I've had to sort of make sacrifices around my training that I didn't have to make before. So it's kind of about finding where the highest value is now, and really kind of doubling down on what I know I'm kind of strong at, and forget about trying to really improve weaknesses. I can work a little bit on them, but I'm going to really try and hammer home on strengths, especially on the run up to the prelim, and hopefully that will then pay dividends as I go past that, and I can sort of then really sort of focus down towards the end of towards December. So that's kind of where it's at. This has been week 2. It's been a little bit frustrating, but that's sometimes just the way it goes. So we'll keep going, and we'll try and keep little posts updating the Instagram stories and the Facebook stories, one training sort of diaries, daily training diaries, or every second day or whatever it is. Keep you posted on how it's going, and then we do these kind of summary videos at the end of the week. Other business that I have to sort of push is the umpire patterns thing. We have 3 international umpires that are looking for patterns to score. So send us a pattern, and we'll send it to the umpires, and they will score it for you like a proper pattern, your level 1, level 2, level 3 deductions, and some feedback as well for you. So I've already got 1 or 2 in, and there's more coming in. And send them in, please. And if you're in the Taekwondo community, give this one a shout and a plug, please, as well, because I think it'll be a really, really good tool for students, for competitors, for umpires alike, to see how this is working. So I'm really trying to push this, because I think it's really, really got a lot of value, and I can see a lot of potential in what we could do afterwards with it. So that's that one. So please send us on your patterns, and we'll go from there. And that's kind of that. So we'll push out some more videos. I'll do the umpire intro next week. I forgot to do it this week. I'll do it next week, or maybe this weekend. I don't know. I haven't seen. And another video coming on around free sparring rules to follow up on our pattern rules. So that's the training blog, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Bye.